Money. Money, that's all I ever hear in this house.
There seems to be a need for sports talk in the Bay Area.
Quick throw here and into a lot of traffic and
Reviewing the play. The quarterback threw a backward pass, which was recovered in the end zone by the offense.
Darnold plays fake, looks, throws, caught. Garner in motion. Darnold throws, caught. Within 2 points. Eric Saubert.
I'm Jake Lucas. I'm with Dave Greenstein and Joe Starkey.
Jake, I'm going to interrupt you real quick. What the hell is our podcast?
Got to pick up a first. Down the middle, tip, incomplete. The Steelers make the play. Oh, the flag. 5 seconds. Goff rolling, and throwing. Wide open. Safe.
They'd be calling it on interference. Number 18
So
offense.
we're called Humm Daddies because we're Giants fans that have kids.
They pull it off with the
So
season
we're
in
not
the
babies.
balance.
We have it.
Goff
Humm
fires
Daddies. Get it?
at the one.
All right.
He didn't get across, but there are flags down.
However,
Oh,
pass
my God.
interference, number 14, and there is no replay. The game is over. There is no touchdown.
Go right at him, and he gave the ball back to Brooks. He got a delay of game that time, but first one's a warning, second one will be a technical. I'm okay with it. I was with Jimmy Butler going against Dylan Brooks, and that was a little, okay, I'm going to throw it off of you. I'm going to get a delay of game, and Dylan Brooks like, I want a tee right there.
We lost Jake, but welcome to Humm Daddies. Joe, I'm sure Jake will join us momentarily. Hopefully, we'll find out soon. But listen, we just watched a classic shootout. What a game for the Niners. Had to win it. Got to win the rest of them, seemingly. Don't have to, would love to. And I am ecstatic about what this team has left in the tank and excited to talk about it. Obviously, the highlights that we just showed exemplified a couple of big things happened this week. One, Seahawks win, which means the Niners have a path to take not only the division title, but also get the first round bye. And two, they immediately got rewarded by a Lions loss with a playoff berth. And with that, we walked into a Monday night seemingly on, no, we can do no wrong. And we came out with a huge win.
Yep, huge win. What did we get? 40-some points, 47 points. Brock Purdy, 5 touchdowns, 1 INT, 295 yards. He spread the ball around pretty good. I think Christian CMC had 2 touchdowns. Kittle had a touchdown. Demarcus Robinson had a touchdown. I think Jordan Jawan had a touchdown. He played pretty well in the second half. So offense was firing on all cylinders. My only concern is whether George Kittle's hurt. Even his backup looked good. Tonjes, I think, might have had a touchdown had they reviewed that one. His toes were holding tight there on the sideline. Looked good to me.
I think Shanahan got greedy and just wanted CMC to catch that one. So.
I was liking 5 TDs to 5 receivers. That was working for me. Brock looked fantastic. So I think that's story number one. We got QB1 is firing on all cylinders. I mean, he had one kind of iffy pick towards the end with about 4 minutes to go.
I didn't know that was his fault, though. It looked more like it just kind of came out of the hands of the receiver. Maybe it was a little over.
No, it was his fault. It sailed high and I think it was Bourne in a weird position. So I think he sailed that one. But hey, I'm not complaining here. The guy looks elite. Put that guy. I mean, for all that offseason talk about was he worth the money? Yes, I think he is. He played
even with the
very well.
Jake, thanks for joining us. I know you got cut off there for a second. Hopefully your internet's queuing back in.
Internet's rough here, I guess.
Yeah, you're a little bit grainy, but we'll get you there. You'll catch up. We were just kind of running through a little bit of the opener on Seahawks, their big win to help us have a shot to take the NFC, let alone the division. And then, the Lions giving us a playoff berth, and then Brock Purdy doing great work tonight. I mean, Joe, to your point, he looked in sync, in control. There was never any doubt with every one of his throws. I think Shanahan's play calling was absolutely perfection. I mean, there was very few plays that seemed like didn't have purpose and meaning, whether it be a run play to open up a passing corridor, but everyone got involved. It was spread throughout.
I think it's deceiving.
It was perfect. And this is a good defense. This isn't the Tennessee Titans. This is one of the better defenses that had to win to keep their playoff hopes alive. And Phillip Rivers started the game by marching them down and getting a touchdown that looked kind of easy and made us a little bit like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I mean, before we get to Phil Rivers and the miracle that is Phil Rivers, I just want to, continue with Brock Purdy a little bit. It's deceiving how good he is because he's just kind of meandering around the pocket. He doesn't look – everything's so in control. Kind of like a Joe Montana-esque type of control. And his ball's not – it doesn't blaze. He's not throwing it like Jeff George here. He's got he's just kind of perfectly locating passes under control, moving around the pocket pretty briskly. But he doesn't look like Michael Vick out there. It's just kind of surprising how damn effective he is.
He kind of actually, this may not be the best parallel, but it kind of has this Luka Doncic element if we're going to bring basketball into play where there's nothing that he does that seems to be amazing, but everything he does also is. It's like there's a sense of control where even when he underthrew George Kittle, at least to the untrained eye, one of the first passes of the drive, he had a 15-yard strike down the middle of George Kittle, which looked like it was underthrown, but maybe it was on purpose because it brought Kittle right back to make the play and left all the DBs long and watching George Kittle get it. And you're just I don't know if he meant to do that, but it looked like he did. And the reality is the more throws he makes like that, the more I believe that it's his perfection and understanding of where to put a guy into place to make a catch versus trying to constantly throw it between, two uprights. He's really he's dropping it in there like a bucket. I mean, he's a bucket.
He's dropping dimes. These balls are just sailing perfectly into place. I think the Demarcus Robinson throw was fantastic. The ones to Juwan Jennings were really good. I mean, even that one that didn't count to Jake Tonjes was incredible. He extended the play and made something out of nothing and threw a perfect ball just slightly out of bounds that only Tonjes could make a play on. Even that one that kind of looked like he was throwing it up for grabs to Kittle, the touchdown to Kittle, I thought that was a little bit iffy. Troy Aikman thought so as well. But, hey, it was right where it needed to be. Touchdown. So he kind of is a little bit of a risk taker, but appropriately so, it seems like. Anyway, when he plays like today, it's hard to doubt him.
Artie Daveron, Thursday Night Live, Podmaster, gave Holla Daddies, what a win. Listen, Art, as well as we do, when you got a quarterback that's throwing as well as Purdy is, it's just fun to be rooting for that team. I mean, he is a joy to watch. I loved the way he seemingly just stays so cool. He had a run also in the game for about maybe 9 yards that put him in a position for a 4th and 1, which then they punched through. He always seems to be making the right decision. This is the time to do it. What else can he do to help this team win? Well, we're going to find out because we have 2 very tough games ahead. Both playoff teams are about to play. I mean, we're seemingly playing playoff games from here on out, Joe.
Yeah. So I want to get back to Brock Purdy in a little bit because you're right. We're going to need him to do much of anything the rest of the season into the playoffs. But what was surprising today was not that Brock Purdy put up a lot of good numbers in the passing attack. It's that the Colts, which were the number one run defense, we were running on them pretty damn good. It was 5-6 yards a carry. I think Christian McCaffrey had over 100 yards.
He did, and he had his longest run of
2025. So
26 yards.
Yeah, we've never really. It doesn't feel like Shanahan's really given up on the run attack, but we are last or next to last in yards per carry. So
last, maybe still this game. Maybe we sunk into 31 in the league after this. But
yeah, so
right.
the worst run offense going against the best run defense. I'm not sure that's really true, to be honest. We just have a low yards per carry, which doesn't mean we're the worst running team in the league. But Trent Williams was looking like a beast on a couple runs. And it looked like that part of the offense might be, clicking a little bit. So that was great to see. And then, the defense did enough. I don't know, Dave, how did you feel about the defense? I felt like Phillip Rivers looked pretty darn good. The lauded Colts run attack didn't look as good. So I guess we could say our run defense
I would call it game
stepped
prep,
up.
and here's why. You look at the game, the first half, they came out throwing. I think they assumed the Niners would play heavy on the run defense, thinking, oh, they're going to think we're going to run. We've got Phillip Rivers. We've got this great, talented running back and running game. Granted, it's been not as good as late, but why would they think we wouldn't want to just keep it out of their hands? And so it makes sense that the Niners went a little heavy on the run defense first and maybe overcompensated. But what is more important for the Niners is what they did in the second half on defense, not the first half, which is they came in the second half and they more or less,
guys, what did I miss?
Shut down. Well, the Niners won a football game tonight.
Hey, can you hear me? Am I clear? Am I
Gotcha.
clear?
What happened, Jakey?
I don't know. Maybe I'm abusing my Xfinity internet too much. It was just dragging all of a sudden, so I had to reboot the modem, and hopefully I'm clear now.
You're a little quiet. I'm trying to figure out how to pick up your voice a little bit more and get that mic near your beautiful face, and then we'll there it is. Sing us a tune, a jolly tune of victory.
Hello, it's Jake. I've been out here trying to fix my internet, and that's my take. Okay. What did I miss, guys? Fill me in.
Well, I was just going to get over to talking about the 49ers defense, and I thought they did adequate. In the run game, they did fairly well. In the passing game, I thought old Phil looked pretty damn good. Which means our defense wasn't looking our pass defense wasn't looking as good, especially Darrell Luter. He was picking on him all game long and kind of made him look a little bit like a fool. Right. So I'm a little worried about our passing defense. We can't get anywhere to 44-year-old Phil Rivers here. I'm concerned about somebody who's half his age. No pass rush.
I think the one thing they figured out, though.
I watched
Go ahead, Jake.
I watched every play last week of Phil against the Seahawks, and they didn't get to him either, dude. Like, he gets the ball out quick.
He does get the ball out quick, but he didn't have to get the ball out quick today. Like, he also can't throw the ball more than 35 yards, so that's nice.
Yeah, I mean, he's way better than people expected. I'm not. We're going to have faults because it's all second and third and fourth string players. I was so impressed with the run D, man. Jonathan Taylor worked the Seattle defense, and the line worked the Seattle defense. Yeah. Although I guess that center getting injured today really early damaged the Colts a bit. So I can see where that kind of hurt the run game for the Colts. But overall, I mean, Purdy for 30 and maybe a few more, and we're good. And what a win. I just want to start with saying, I don't know what you guys got into, but what a dominant performance. The Niners were up all game. It felt like they were winning. Like, it felt like they were in control of the game, even though the Colts flashed on offense a bit. But what a goddamn win, man.
Yeah, no.
Were you ever in doubt? I never really had any doubt the Niners were going to win this one. It just felt like as soon as Purdy showed he could score 2 times in a row, especially off the turnover, which was a huge one early on, it just felt like the Niners are going to just push this team into the ground eventually. It's just a matter of time. I mean, they haven't punted in 2 games.
Yeah.
Unreal.
No. I think we scored on the first 7 of 8 possessions, and one of those possessions was a 64-yard field goal attempt with time running out that hit the bottom of the crossbar. So
how cool was that? That was right
amazing.
Down Broadway.
Yeah. Hudson loved that one. He was like, what was that?
That made me love Pinheiro even more. I mean, we have a real Pinheiro fan club.
So that's the only field goal he's missed or something? Like
the only field goal he's missed all year.
64-yarder.
64-yarder that
was perfect.
Was perfectly struck down the middle. Just needed like 1 more yard on it.
Maybe not even a yard. Maybe if the ball had just rotated a little bit more and bounced in a different direction,
They couldn't have got the fans blowing inside the dome at his back.
Yeah, so I mean, all in all, I think fantastic game from the 49ers. Offense looked really, really good. As long as George Kittle is operational, and Christian McCaffrey, I am feeling very good about that offense. Purdy looked phenomenal. So no concerns there. I think if the defense can do enough, I feel confident that the offense will put up enough points. Purdy for 30, like you said.
Yeah, the defense, what was most impressive was that second half. Alfred Collins getting in there on what was going to be, the response. The Colts had a shot after the Niners put a score to come back down again and score. And immediately we bust through the middle. Collins swipes the ball out of Rivers' hands, puts him in a 2nd and 25 from the 5-yard line, and we never looked back. The game was more or less over at that point. It was plays like that. Winters obviously had the pick 6 and also made a great defensive play where he batted the ball coming back to help the DB. We're not going to make all the plays and we're a bend but don't break defense overall. But if the offense is going to go ahead and keep showing up like this and we can be sustained, then the defense just need to make enough plays and we need to win the turnover battle. And we're doing that right now. So I like our look. The Chiefs are out. The Ravens are out. Those are the two teams that have handled us in the past. As long as we don't see the Eagles in Philly, let's go.
I think we could beat anyone. The Rams. I'm scared of the Rams. I'll be honest. I think they could outscore us. But other than that, if we don't get outscored by 42-35, I think we got a chance to win every game.
The Rams have their flaws. They just lost to the Seahawks, and they shouldn't have lost that game at all. But it's weak special teams kind of gave it up. Bad play calling. Yeah. Not executing when you need to. They're not invincible by any means.
No, I'm like I said, I'm not scared of any team. But I think the Rams kind of might have our number just because they can outscore us. And I'm just, I think.
Can they now?
Yeah, we lived the last game we played against them. We definitely didn't have our number one offense out there compared to what we have right now.
Not even close.
Well, you're saying, yeah, you're right, because you're saying
but in a shootout,
and they outscore us because we could keep scoring on 7 of 8 possessions.
You look pretty good at scoring the last couple of games, Joseph.
No, I know.
Damn good.
Pretty good.
8 touchdowns for Mr. Purdy. He's back into the form of when he he nearly got an MVP, 2 years ago.
He's pretty
good. Yeah.
Yeah. So did you guys mention? I said when that Winters pick to the hut
all yours, buddy. Yeah, you had a great comment there.
Yeah. So that number 53 pick to the hut to seal the game reminded me a lot of when we three were hanging out during the last game of Candlestick at Green Sports Bar in the city. It was 2012 or 2013. 13. And all 3 of us were there watching that play, and that kind of was a big moment to seal a big game against the Falcons, I believe, at that point. And this D Winters play felt so similar. And that year resulted in what? Oh, that dreadful
the dreaded NFC championship loss. We're the same great Bowman
actually. Yeah, he ended up getting his Achilles snapped or
his whole leg was shattered. I don't know. It was one of the most gruesome injuries I've ever seen, and I almost threw up in my mouth.
Yeah, so D, hope that doesn't happen to you in the NFC Championship. But
we have a knack for having linebackers just blow up in the playoffs. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's hope maybe we get one back.
Okay, speaking of NFC Championship, there's a chance. There's a pretty good chance. What's it, like a 33% chance now that we are the number 1 seed in the NFC West, which is just a thrill because that is just such an advantage to get a bye, home field. I think that stuff really matters. I know people say home field maybe doesn't matter as much as it used to. I don't care. I would love to be at Levi's for the NFC Championship game. Gosh, that would be amazing.
And then the Super Bowl. That'd be nice too.
Guess what, guys?
Throughout.
Guess what? From starting today, if we win the rest of the games this season, they're all at Levi. So Levi, show up, baby. We need you to show up every game from here on out.
5 wins in a row is Super Bowl champions at your home stadium, all at home.
But 2 tough games. Bears. We'll be watching that game.
Are going to be tough, Joe. The rest of the season, every game is tough from here on out.
Pretty much.
They'll be tough, but guess what? The Niners are in the mix, and I'm like Joe said, we're not scared of anybody. Nah. The NFC's wide open. The league is wide open, and this could be the first time ever the Super Bowl team plays at home. Correct?
So if the Niners can string together this magical 5 more wins in a row and win a Super Bowl, it would be 10 straight wins out of this beaten to ground Niner team because they've won 5 in a row now after this one. Magic number is 10, everybody. 10 wins in a row.
10? That's a lot. Well, we already got how many? Okay, yeah.
We have 5 under our belt. Let's go get
I mean,
5
they've
more.
already done miraculous things. No, they got written off for dead very early on with all those injuries.
Jake, you got me thinking, who has had a home field Super Bowl? Well, I do know that the 49ers played at Stanford Stadium when they beat the Dolphins, the 84 season, 1985, I think.
Good call.
And so that was kind of a quasi-home game. No, yeah, it wasn't exactly their home stadium, but it's not far from the stick.
And funny enough, I heard they're good. They have to, if they make the Super Bowl, they have to practice away from the facility because that would be a home field advantage. So they'd have to practice either at Stanford or San Jose State.
Police, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think I could be mistaken. Chad GYP, you can fact check me on this, but I think the Rams might have played at SoFi
in their Super Bowl win.
Yeah,
that's a good question. I'll check. I'm not sure.
With like when Dre performed and stuff, and 50 Cent.
I'm fuzzy. I can't remember. Anywho, I would love for it to be this year. So let's go. And I would say they're probably the favorite against the Bears. I don't know. Are they the favorite against Seattle?
At
probably.
Home? Yeah.
At home, though, maybe they are. So
probably a -2 or something. -3.
And Joe, you are correct. The Rams did win at SoFi Stadium over the Bengals that year in 2020.
Nice call, Joe. Was that the first time ever then? I guess.
The second time ever. The last time was 1999.
The
LA Rams won against
the St. Louis Rams.
St. Louis Rams won in Atlanta.
There was no Super Bowl in St. Louis.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever.
This is where AI doesn't help. You start believing everything it says right after, right? Takes you on a tangent.
Yeah. Okay. Any other takes? I mean, Juwan Jennings showed up for me today, and so did Kendrick Bourne.
Well, he didn't show up until the second half, mind you. But
all in the second half.
Yeah, he made some really good catches in the second half. Little security blanket. I feel like it's always nice having him around.
Yeah, just
great nickname for him. Third and Juwan. Perfect.
Totally. Third and Juwan.
DeMarcus Robinson had a nice touchdown play in the first half.
Yeah, for sure.
It was good to see him with Pearsall. You know, I was worried about Pearsall being out. I shouldn't have been. Didn't think about him the whole game.
That's why you take Kendrick Bourne props, homie.
Yeah, he's not a. Pearsall's a nice to have. He's not a need to have at this point.
No, not at all. He's only been healthy for like 2 games this year.
I mean, he's great when he's on the field, but don't expect him to be there other than for maybe another 10 plays this season is my guess.
No, I have so much faith in Juwan now. I mean, he's not even fully healthy probably, but it seems like all that stuff in the past with the contract, he's back to being that guy we all rooted for a lot, who's just tough as nails. And dude, he stays on the field.
A lot of shit.
Stays on the field and makes catches. And he's had 7 TD catches in the last 7 games. Every game, man.
Jaywan Green, no.
But good for him. I always loved JJ. Everyone hated him at the beginning of the year, including me. I was really frustrated. But then you see clowns like Ayuk driving past the stadium at 104 miles an hour, just losing his damn mind. And Juwan's out there with broken ribs, playing quality ball, catching big passes. Kittle's a stud. Kittle went off in the first half. We got weapons, and it feels good. Team's healthy. The offense is healthy, and it's huge. They look great.
Yeah, it kind of looks like we got the best coach in the league and the best quarterback. And that's
I'm a Shanahan fan now, right now.
Combination to have.
We got the 2 best coaches. Fan. And with that, cheers to the Niners making the postseason. And to what are you wearing? What are you drinking? What are you wearing? Joe?
I am drinking an original pattern, hugged by Mr. Montana. You know, Brock Purdy is really reminding me a lot of Mr. Montana. He's a little thicker, but he kind of runs around similar, and he's got a nice little accurate pass that's not like overwhelmingly, not a real gun. Like I said, not a Jeff George type of cannon, but he's just accurately throwing the ball, extending plays, rolling out, throwing on the run. So it's kind of like Joe Montana. Got my old Joe Cool looking shirt here. Yeah.
Love it.
Back in the days, my mom used to sell a brand called Artex, old like shirts, just like sweatpants and things like that. So I came to school in elementary school with like every kind of Joe Cool sweatpants, sweatshirt situation. It got to be a little iffy probably there after a while.
What else do you have other than those? Jake, what are you drinking? What are you wearing?
The answer was nothing. Yeah.
Nothing. That was it. Yeah.
I'm not drinking much, but always have my San Francisco 49ers. I guess this is called a cup, technically. Steel cup,
a chalice.
Sure, but I drink everything out of here. This is my guy.
You also spit season to it, I'm sure. Have to.
Yeah, and number 15 on, and I felt that it was a nice jersey to wear today. It might be Juwan Jennings. It might not be. Might be a guy named Michael Crabtree that I wore to the game I mentioned earlier where Bowman caught that touchdown to the house. But I'm a big JJ fan right now. Hit all the props, playing his ass off. Number 15 on me. Niners hat, Niners shorts. I won't show you those right now. But no.
Well, I got – oh, go ahead, Joe.
No, he's referring to the pick at the stick, the last home game at Candlestick where Bowman took it to the house. Very memorable.
I have a custom beer.
Whoa. Nice mustache.
It is a red or redesigned to perfection red ale. Yeah. It's good.
From who? Who's the brewer?
I actually don't know. I think this was actually brought by a consultant, an architecture company. And so I was like, this is a cool can. It's red. And it really felt like it was, going to be perfect for a Niners victory night. So the architect is Harrison Sloan. So cheers, #Harrison Sloan.
Architect beer. Okay.
Architect beer, homebrew. I wish I had a Pond Farm. I really wish I had a Pond Farm beer.
We might get into that and figure out a way to get some Pond Farm in our system.
Where can you get some Pond Farm? They got like a Whole Foods or something. It's moderately fancy. Where do you get a Pond Farm?
I also you get it in San Rafael, California. But before I get to that, I want to finish my what am I wearing? I got to put it on every once in a while. You got to go with big Patty Willis. Best linebacker all time for 49ers, and classic Niner cap. And then, of course, this is Steve, one of my friend of the pod, Steve McDonnell. Vintage 1985.
What am I looking at? Could you show that again?
This is a koozie, and this is friend of the pod, Steve McDonnell, flexing hard. His American cap, and when he finds out that I put this online and I send it to him, he's gonna probably love me even more.
Is that him as a baby on top of his man body?
I think so. Hold on to your butts, 49er fans. Here we go.
Did he not give Samuel L. Jackson the credit for that? It was his quote.
It was his
Samuel
quote.
L. Jackson quote. But Jay, funny enough, let's get into Pond Farm. But also, I believe I was wearing this jersey and you were wearing that jersey for our green sports bar adventure at Pick at the Stick.
I mean, I could have put on the Steve Young guys. Just let me know.
It's
take a
crazy.
timeout.
It's a coincidence.
Take a bio break, Joe, and put on your Young, and we'll rally the team together.
Yeah, bio break. Go take a dump. Put on your Steve Young.
Snoopy's out. Bringing in Steve.
Go to hit your Charlie Brown and come back with a Steve Young.
And I know we're all hot on the Niners here, but I do have to say the Golden State Warriors are up 9 here in the 4th, so that's promising.
For sure. Absolutely.
All right, you want to talk about what's going on next week?
Yeah, fill us in, Dave. You can bring it up.
So Sunday, the Niners and the Bears square off Sunday Night Football. This podcast is going to be shooting live, everybody. Our first one ever. This is our anniversary. We made it 1 year. Humm Daddies. Oh my God, we have so many people to thank, which we'll do at the live podcast. So many contributors, people who helped us get to where we are, to keep us going, to keep us alive and well, because we're active parents. But Pond Farm is hosting us, and Trevor Martin's good old friend from Cal Poly. We went to school together. I remember him brewing beer as a aerospace engineer out of college. And he turned
not
a
an
hobby.
architect?
not an architect. Turned hobby into full-time gig. Opened a brewery in the old Wooden Duck in San Rafael. There used to be a Wooden Duck in Berkeley for all you Wooden Duck people out there. And I helped build a little bit of it. I wouldn't say I did much of anything. I came out there a few times to help Trevor put it together. And great spot, great location, amazing beer. You've seen them on the pod. You've seen the beers on the pod a few times, whether it be solo or a collab. And we'll be shooting at 4 p.m. sharp, starting. Probably take it all the way to game time. We'll see if we come back on for some halftime or post game, but likely it's just going to be at 4 p.m. And we hope all of the Humm Daddy fans of sports in general, come out, support Pond Farm and the Humm Daddies.
For sure.
Well, it should be a good game. I mean, the Bears are hot. They just won another humdinger. So, they're coming in with a head of steam, and so are we. So Sunday night football, big deal.
And even if it's a bad game, you're going to have great beer, good food, and there's going to be lots of friends and family out there to hang out. So
also, it's a Sunday. It's Sunday night, but it's also the 28th of December. What are you really doing on Monday? Probably not much.
It's a night to go out.
Probably not much.
You know what? You might hang out with the Humm Daddies all night. Who knows? Maybe we have no curfew on a Sunday night. We'll see.
Call it in from Zoom. I don't think much is happening on that Monday. We're telling you right now.
Yeah, not much happens in between the week that started today and the week that.
Yeah, somebody was calling it the void, the area between Christmas and New Year's. It's just kind of really remember what day it is.
For adults,
you're not gonna even know what day it is. So you'd be like, just show up. Where's Pond Farm exactly? San Rafael, where? Anyway, go Google it. I guess
we have a poster. I'll put out tomorrow. I'll send it to everybody. Hit us up. Let us know if you can make it. We'd love to accommodate you, and get you a VIP suite and seat right in the front row for us, the Humm Daddies, broadcasting live on the 28th in San Rafael at Pond Farm.
Friend of the pod, Dom Peralta is on the chat line right now. What up, Dom? Good to have you on. Glad you could come hang with the 510 kids. Yeah, is
Dom going to be there?
Dom might be there. We don't, it's a little bit of a trek from San Mateo, but if Dom can get up there, it'd be great to have him out there. We hope to see if Paulie Mack's around because he's a San Rafael local. But we'll see who else could come out.
Artavan might try to make the trip.
I'd love to see Artavan out there. Listen, we're gonna have 4 mics. You're gonna see these 3 plus anyone who wants to jump on.
Anyone who wants to belly up to a microphone.
Get on that mic, blow it up. We'll be live, so curse words and all. Bring it on out. It's just a family-friendly environment, though. So keep it relatively free.
Okay. Mixed messages there.
Yeah. Trevor's a great dude. We went to the Black Keys concert with him that one day this last summer here at my favorite music venue,
The Greek.
The Greek.
Nice. Yeah, great dude. I hung out with him at your wedding, Dave. Had some fun with that guy. Very cool fella. Can't wait to see him on Sunday.
And maybe we'll see Simon Knight there, huh? No?
Yeah, right?
Big friend of the pod, Simon Knight.
Sponsor of the pod.
The first sponsor of the pod.
Brother.
Ex El Cerrito A.
So I just heard some Twinkle music going on there, Dave. You got...
Oh, that picked up?
Yeah.
He's not on every single podcast we do.
We always hear that. It's my... Yeah. Apparently, I have a bedtime. I have a curfew.
Yeah, what does it mean? Exactly.
I like it. It goes with the Humm Daddies thing.
It just reminds you, the Humm Daddies. It's kind of like a subliminal messaging.
I'd like to know what it really means, actually.
Oh, hey now. After a Niners win, it might mean something very special.
Hey, so can we talk Warriors a little bit here? Or do we want to tie in some more Niner?
It's happening as we speak. I'm watching in Jake's background. Quentin Post had a nice little putback just now. Yeah,
we've got a very mid Warriors team. They've not been the most exciting to watch. I want to care. I really do, and I'm hoping that I'm just living in Niner land, and that's why I don't care enough to watch them right now. But I'm not really paying as much attention as I have been in the past. What is it? What am I missing? What do we need?
They haven't done enough to make you care, Dave. I was all excited for them to kind of get back into action about a week ago after that, like 4 days off. And that Minnesota game, I watched that Minnesota game, and they just couldn't. There was no what's his name?
Chutzpah?
No, there was Ant-Man
There's
playing.
no Ant-Man, right?
No Ant-Man. So we should have won that game. Yeah, and we just pissed it away. Yeah, Steph Curry's playing great, and then again 2 days later, Portland pissed that away with 48 points from Curry, and then again against the Suns, finally pulled it out on Saturday. And
that Suns game was brutal. I was watching that one.
That was that 3-game stretch really.
They lost on a foul call and free throws.
Yeah.
In the last second.
To the Suns. I hate the Suns. Sorry, Zachariah. Hate the Suns. Well, it's because you got Booker.
How can Zachariah even like the Suns right now?
Like, no, he didn't watch the game. He doesn't care.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He's over that team. He's over.
Love you, Zachariah.
Is Zachariah gonna make it out to Pond Farm, Jake?
I'm not sure. We will see. I'll let you know. I'll let everyone
first
know.
To leave. I know that much, but so hoping he can make it out.
Yeah, we'll get it dialed in here soon and announce who our guest list is. But I kind of just want to still hang on the Niners for a little bit, as fun as the Warriors are. So going forward, we have I've watched a lot of NFL football, and there's so much unpredictability going on right now. Every game's coming down to the wire. There's all these wild upsets at the end of the game. It's pretty nuts. It's like a free-for-all. But what I see in the Niners, especially the offense, the last couple of weeks, they look like maybe one of the most solid teams in the NFL right now, if I'm being honest, for all the games I've watched. So I don't think it's that big of a reach to say that they're like one of the true contenders, actually, and we're not just dreaming. I think it's a real thing going on. When you see, Indy's D is really good. Like, that's been a great D all year, and they just made them look like fools. I mean, the Niners ran all over them and obviously passed all over them. And I think there's that Kyle Shanahan, until he's in a huge pressurized situation to win it all, he's a damn good coach. And I'd like to give him his props. They look damn good on offense, and that's an offense that will scare anybody right now. So I'm pretty excited, guys. I'm like, I'm really juiced about that win.
Jake, I think the Niners were maybe 7th or 8th in the favorites to win the Super Bowl before entering this week. I'd be interested to see how much they've risen following this win and some of the other things that have passed. Seahawks and the Rams were 1 and 2. I think it was Rams, then Seahawks, even after the Rams lost. So, I think Joe just celebrated a big bucket for the Dubs.
Oh, it was a pod 3. I like the pod 3.
But what do you think? I mean, where do you think the Niners line up right now? I mean, who are the favorites in the NFL?
I totally agree. And Jake, they're playing very well. I think they kind of put some people to sleep with this really soft schedule going against Cleveland and Carolina. Really, like, didn't even show up, and then Tennessee. Those aren't that exciting of teams to play. Overall, kind of a medium to weak schedule. But yeah, I would see them like on the Ringer top rankings. It'd be like 16th. I'm like, everybody with our records like top 5. What is this? Right. I know we got some injuries, but have you seen Brock Purdy play the last couple of weeks? This team is really good. George Kittle looks really good. Christian McCaffrey, I mean, could be offensive player of the year the way he's playing. I mean,
Juwan Jennings.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty deep. I mean, I wouldn't say their offensive line are world beaters, but they were doing some stuff with check today, and Trent Williams looked like he was beating some people down today. So I don't know. That offense is clicking on all cylinders. I hope Kittle is right, because that offense is driving smooth right now.
It's clear that when Purdy got his feet back, they started like clicking, and they're looking so much better than they have, I think, all of last year as well. And the Ayuk drama is gone. It's gone, so you don't have to. It's not hanging over your head. Although Dave still likes to send interviews about it, but it's gone. We're not dealing with it anymore. There's like a freedom to that. That kind of makes the clubhouse culture better. Makes the locker room lighter. Everyone who's in there is bought in. They're buying in. Everyone is sold on the 49ers. And there's something to be said for Shanahan and Saleh and all these guys that just kind of give their all for these coaches.
Yeah.
Can you believe right now that the odds are that there's 10 teams in front of the San Francisco 49ers to win the Super Bowl. 10 teams.
Odds-wise for futures?
Yes.
Get your bets now, ladies and gentlemen.
Great 3 p.m.
value.
Today.
Although
20-1, the Niners. 20-1 right now to win the Super Bowl.
Oh my God! All right, give me a
Home
second.
field advantage could be coming our way too.
I'll just read you the teams. I mean, I agree that some of these teams are maybe slightly above the Niners just because of their health and some of their performance. But like the reality is, the Rams and the Seahawks have played a lot of the same teams the Niners have this year. Their schedules aren't wildly different.
No.
So it's Rams, Seahawks, Broncos, Patriots. Okay, they all have better records or have shown themselves to be of a high quality. I get those teams. The Bills, yes, the Bills could get hot at the right time, and Josh Allen doesn't have, the Kansas City Chiefs in front of them. But then you got the Eagles, the Jaguars, the Texans, the Packers, and the Chargers are all ahead of the San Francisco 49ers.
I know we lost to the Jaguars, but I got to believe we're better than the Guars.
No, Guars look pretty good right now, actually. But the Packers are ahead of us.
They're beat up too.
That's asinine. They're not that good.
My instinct is it's the Bills' year, but I always think that. So we'll find out.
Joe's been saying that since 1987.
Yeah, their win against the Patriots was really impressive, but I don't know. Their defense doesn't seem to be to have it.
But I think
if they pull the Purdy for 30, Allen can do that too. So might
Jake,
be a really offensively charged Super Bowl.
There's so much parity, Jake. It's not surprising that these teams could be ahead of the Niners, even if just an edge, and that they just mount up, and all of a sudden, like there's that many teams ahead of the Niners. I guess we have to put them at 20-1. And so, sure,
I don't think we're any worse than any of these teams, Dave. To answer your question, I think it could go either way in a lot of these.
And that's exciting. I'm so excited.
Yeah, we're a Jair Brown interception away from beating any of those teams.
Yeah,
or a D Winners interception.
Yeah.
Also, in two games from now, we might be 5-1 if we get the first round bye. We can all of a sudden be that. Just 2 more wins is all it takes.
Well, okay, that is really something to get excited about. I'm excited about this win, but having a taste of a potential bye in the playoffs. Now we're talking. Let's go. That is what we're here for. If that's how you win Super Bowls. Get that bye, baby. Come on.
And we were on the road tonight against a great defense. I mean, it is one of the best defenses in the AFC, guys.
48
points.
Can't
overstate. I'm not. It was such a good win. It was such a convincing win on national TV. I think you guys got to realize this is a real turning point in the season. I'm just
okay.
What do you think that holds for the Bears next week, Jake? I mean, the Bears have been solid on both sides of the ball. They don't do anything that magical, although they had some magical plays in their win. But what do you think?
They magically run the ball with a great offensive line. That is their potion. It's been a winning formula all year, and it's been very impressive.
But like from a defensive standpoint, because we know the Niners are going to give up points to the Bears. We know they're going to probably roll out and give up at least 24 points. We hope to keep them under the 30 Purdy threshold. But what do you think about the Niners taking down the Bears defense? Another good defense, but obviously Bears on the road.
I mean, I don't. Where are they automatically getting these 24 points from?
Bears are on the road. It's at home.
Yeah, I'm thinking the Bears will probably score somewhere between 24 to 30 points.
What if they score 6?
They could score 6. Do you think that you just
they're gonna have to score more than 30? Purdy for 30 is a lot.
Purdy, that's the threshold. How do we keep him below 30?
Yeah.
Well, dude, I thought Jonathan Taylor might go a little nuts in this game, and he got shut down. So the way the Bears work is kind of similar to how the Colts work. So the way they shut down the Colts is going to be a similar recipe to how they shut down the Bears. And so I like our chances, man. And we're at home. Although it seems like we don't get up as much for home games sometimes as we do for these big road games.
Let's get it up. Hey, like I said, there's nothing. There's no work on Monday, the 29th. You're not really working. If you are working, you're just showing up in a haze. So I want all those fans to get to Levi and go nuts.
Yeah, or get to San Rafael, Pond Farm.
Either way, you're having a good time on the 28th.
Go to Pond Farm. Skip Levi.
Go to
Push
Pond Farm.
traffic.
Let's
Up
get
north.
most of Levi's usuals at Pond Farm.
I mean,
have you been over the
Santa
Golden
Clara
Gate
is a
Bridge?
long way to go for a lot of people. So, especially if you're in the North Bay.
Yeah, San Rafael sounds far, but guess what? It's like 20 minutes away. Santa Clara on a game day is like an hour and a half away. I just had to commute to Santa Clara. Shit took almost 2 hours each way. It's a joke.
Well, so I kind of want to get a little bit serious about this defense because, I mean, I do really believe this offense is clicking, but the defense has some serious, flaws. I think Saul has done an incredible job covering up for what our deficiencies are. But at the end of this game, we had Bethune was out, and we had a guy off the practice squad playing middle linebacker. That was a little concerning.
No, he's been around though. Kendricks,
I know he's been around, but he's also nobody else wants him. So he's a little bit older. He's 12 years in the league or whatever, linebacker.
I understand a lot of those kind of guys.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I've been impressed so far with what we've done, but let's be honest, there are some deficiencies on that defensive line, especially at pass rush. Hopefully, we can continue this new trend of playing good rush defense. I thought people like Upton Stout and Mustafa have been playing incredibly well. Lenore, we don't hear too much about him because nobody wants to pass to him. Jair Brown seems to be playing fairly well. So, I think there's a lot of good things happening, but I'm still a little concerned with this linebacking crew and some of this defensive line.
Joe. Special teams is going to play well. Offense is going to crush. Just find one interception, one fumble on defense, and then bend but don't break. I mean, it's a bend but don't break 49ers team.
Yeah.
And this year maybe is the year we don't break and we take a 26, all the way to the bowl back in Levi. Let's just let the defense survive. Just survive. They need to survive.
I've said this before, but I think I was being a little facetious early on in the year, but there's something to it. Like when all these players get hurt, there's nothing to lose. You have your back against the wall, and it might unify a team like it seems to have done.
Yeah.
And then it's like that attitude, that nothing to lose spirit with all these guys who made the NFL. They're all exceptional athletes. They all have it within themselves. I think there's something just brewing with chemistry and for underdogs.
It's the Al Michaels defense.
What?
It's the Al Michaels defense. Do you believe in miracles?
Yeah.
I mean, it's that kind
Yes.
But they all seem unified, It's like they're not counting on Bosa and Warner to make the big plays. They got to step up. And it seems like it's happening, dude, in front of our eyes. And the offense is back to full strength for the most part. And they seem to be relishing the opportunity to carry the team and not be led by the D. And it just feels like a really good thing is happening. I haven't felt this way since, I guess 2 years ago, and that ended in near suicide.
Jake, what do you think of the maybe quasi injury today to Kittle? I mean, it was an ankle injury of sorts. He seems to have.
Oh, I'm scared.
Incorrectly. What's you guys' sense? He seemed to be moving fine. He obviously didn't need to come back in the game.
Yeah, you could see him moving on the sideline, trying to test it out. He looked like it wasn't gonna really face him. If it really mattered, I think would have been in the game. Sure. Not that it didn't matter, but And by the way, that Jake Tonjes, I tell you earlier, he looks kind of good. So I'm not.
You see that touchdown catch that they didn't call a touchdown catch?
Oh yeah, incredible.
That was definitely a TD.
Farrell's great too.
That's the problem is you need two people to replace Kittle because Kittle can do both blocking and catching. So
they don't block like him.
Well, Farrell does, and then Tonjes catches like him. So you got to combine the two guys.
Farrell let Purdy get blown up, and then he caught that magical little pass for a few.
Yeah.
And then
he did blow that block. I mean,
listen, the two backups are pretty good. Like when you watch them, like there's nothing to be upset about. But when Kittle's in the game, Kittle's pancaking DBs and he's taking it to the hut. I mean, there's nobody even close to the same type of player in the receiving core than George Kittle on the Niners right now.
He's awesome, man. That's the other thing about the Niners here that you're talking about is this positive momentum. So much credit goes to the coaches and Shanahan and Saleh, but having Warner and Kittle and these leaders on the team, you can just totally tell a positive morale has been kept through this whole rough patch. And we're playing with house money right now, and it seems like nobody's afraid, and they're throwing the ball downfield, blowing people up, just full effort on special teams. Everything's going pretty well.
It's so cool. Warner, I just listened to a Warner Alex Smith podcast together, talking
the Blue
about
guys
and great like they're both into the history of the Niners, but just seeing how big of a Niners fan Warner has become as a 49er and how he's so raw just on the sidelines. I think those guys are kind of doing it for him too, and he's such a big clubhouse guy.
Absolutely, Jake.
And there's just some special stuff in the air, man.
It only makes you root and just hope that somehow we survive and can keep playing, and maybe Fred finds a way to return. Even if he doesn't, though, his presence alone is a game changer.
He doesn't need to. I don't need to count on that,
No,
but
you don't.
It would sure be amazing, obviously. But right now, no defense. What's a dominating defense out there? The Colts are as good as any D they're going to play, I think, in the NFC.
Seattle on week 18
against the Rams. I mean, they look pretty exposed.
Rams don't have much of a D. I'm not worried about it.
Eagles had a great D last year, but they haven't really.
Eagles have their moments, and then they just
they're weird.
S the bed sometimes. They're very inconsistent. But the last couple of weeks they've looked really good.
They could get hot at the right time. That's the danger.
And that's everyone. That's everyone. There hasn't been anything consistently dominant, and there hasn't been anything predictable. The NFL is so all over the place this year.
Jake, the one team right now that I feel like is probably getting hot and hotter at the right time is the Houston Texans out of the AFC, because Nico Ryan's defense is going to be pretty dominant.
Yeah, they just beat the Raiders by 3, Dave. Raiders have been losing by 30 plus points to everybody, but yeah, they did come out of that Raiders game with a
huge W,
3-point win.
Hey, it's any given Sunday, Jake.
So good point. Yeah. No, but I think Texans are good. I agree. It's just they're not dominant. Everyone's having hiccups.
Yeah. 100%.
So Jake, we were talking a little bit earlier. I think one of the things that's interesting.
Are you watching too much hockey these days?
No, a boot.
Yeah, I thought you said a boot.
Maybe I am a little too Macklin. Too many Macklin celebrating goals for me. Yeah, take it down. What are you talking about? Yeah, no, I was kind of trying to find some history that kind of replicates what the Niners are doing this year, and there's a lot of offensive teams in history that have had huge quarterback injuries, and they've gone to their backup quarterback, and they've even won the Super Bowl. We're talking, the Tom Brady whole legacy started from Drew Brees. We're talking about Phil Simms gets hurt, and Jeff Hostetler wins the Super Bowl against the Bills. We had Kurt Warner came in for, I forget who that was.
Trent Green.
Trent Green, thank you. So there's been a number of times when a backup quarterback has come and win. I looked long and hard, and I could not find any times when there's been a stud defensive player out for the season and that team win the Super Bowl. So I stand corrected if somebody could come in and tell me who that might be. But I think Palomalu got hurt pretty bad, and the Steelers still won. Maybe I think at times some people on the Ravens got hurt. But anyway, this could be the first for a team to get this beat up on defense and go all the way. I'm not saying the Niners will, but it would be a new thing.
Well, I have a feeling a couple of those Patriots Super Bowls, a lot of the big defensive figures may have been injured. And, Belichick just had that system where it was kind of like what's going on right now. Just plug them in. And,
definitely. It seemed like anybody that Belichick plugged in worked out pretty
up. Yeah, for the Giants, too, when he was the D coordinator of the Giants. I mean, they always had LT, but was LT injured? No, right? He was always there.
I think the difference with the Niners team, though, is that we have stars on the defense. They're all hurt. And after that, it's just been mostly rookies and old vets that we picked up, where other teams that have had like a bunch of stars on defense may lose a couple of stars, but they still have 4 or 5 left. Like the 08 Steelers, had Palomalu and Harrison, and they were but they had a couple injuries too, and they ended up winning the Super Bowl. But we don't have that. I mean, we do not have, other than maybe Delmar Lenore, who is, he's like a lightweight star. He's just kind of coming into his own, and he's a cornerback, so he's not carrying the defense all on his back. But it would be a pretty miraculous season for the 49ers to win a Super Bowl with this defense. So knock on wood, that it's not an easy road ahead.
No, but they're performing pretty well. I mean, it's definitely the weak link of the team at this point. We're just going to try to outscore people, but I'm
very inspired with the run D today. I did not see that coming. So
this interior defensive line is young, and I think they're getting better every day. Alfred Collins and CJ West, and I think Gross Matos was back, so it was nice to see him back.
Who's the rookie who had his first sack today? Do you guys remember? I forgot his name. Should have looked that up. But there was a sack today.
Yeah, we can dig in on that.
Just check the box score. Anywho, for their run D, Al Collins and a lot of these
CJ West, Alfred Collins and CJ West both had a sack today.
Okay, so Collins got his first career sack today?
No, I think it was CJ West got his first. Well, they both got one, so
they both got one, not a half each.
No, because Collins, I think with the fumble, I think ends up getting the sack that he created on Phillip Rivers.
Maybe it's West.
But West had one too. I think West had one too. I think
the big bodies they have I think they're there to be like to be a run D, honestly. And the edges were the guys that have been hurt, and they were supposed to be the pass rush. But
yeah,
I think it's starting to work out. The guys we drafted, the guys we put in place to be the big bodies in the middle, it's starting to actually look like they're there, for what we got them.
And I'm so happy to be here this year, so I don't really want to get ahead of this, but add Mikael Williams to the team next year, add Bosa, add Warner. I mean, this could get scary good. Some of these young players, like, I don't know, Upton Stout, Mustafa, some of these guys are looking great.
Yeah.
And you add these other guys onto the team with this offense. I mean, a couple guys get a year older. Maybe like a Trent Williams could be a problem. Our offensive line might not be, that serviceable. But this team is looking very good in the future.
Today and last week, when Brock's healthy and his feet are working, he's worth every penny of that damn contract.
Every penny. I got so much crap from my friends. Why are you spending all this money on Purdy? He's so average. He's not average.
Impressive with the way he can roll out. He can kind of, maneuver in the pocket. And that's how he looked his rookie year. I thought he was worth it his rookie year. Last year he was such a mid guy. And he said it was a mental thing. He thought, because he listened to the hype and said, oh, my arm's not good enough. I'm not Josh Allen. I'm not Lamar Jackson. I need to just go out of my way to make all these special plays. But when he's just within himself and he's playing how he naturally feels he should play, that dude is an elite quarterback. I'm sorry. He's incredible when he's healthy.
And you know what? I also noticed, all that concern we have for the offensive line protecting the quarterback. Love Mac Jones, and I think we wouldn't be here without Mac Jones. God bless him.
100%.
But our offensive line looks a lot better when Brock Purdy's running around back there.
Right. Because he doesn't sit in the pocket. He
has a good awareness of what's going on.
He does. And that was one of the first things I noticed about him when he was a rookie. He he knows how to slip away and maneuver and step up or step back. He has a very good awareness of the pocket, and it's something you can't teach. That's just a natural thing.
Yeah, he knows when a guy's tracing him around his back, coming on him, and he'll run, and then he'll do a little loop back the other way and throw the guy off, and he'll all of a sudden create an extra 6 seconds of throw time.
He feels the pocket, and it's amazing to watch. He's so good at it. I mean, he doesn't get enough credit for how good he is at that.
That was something that was impressive with the greatest quarterback of all time, Tom Brady, because of how slow he was, but how impressive he was inside the pocket.
Just awareness in the pocket.
Just good enough to avoid a couple of little sacks. And
step forward, duck,
move here. Like he just enough to create the extra time. And every guy does it a little differently because every guy has a different set of skills. But Brock's skill set for being quick and elusive is as good as anybody in the game in the pocket right now.
It's close to Blaine Gabbert, almost as good as Blaine Gabbert was.
Blaine Gabbert?
Just pulling quarterbacks out of his pocket.
A lot of Jaguars talk today.
Yeah.
No, Blaine Gabbert was a 49ers starting quarterback for like a year and a half. And it's funny because
sad days.
Yeah, today Jameel Hill or someone said Colin Kaepernick should now be the Chiefs quarterback, after the Minshew and Mahomes ACL tears. And Colin Kaepernick, if people remember, got benched for Blaine Gabbert. He was a backup when all that stuff went down. And Blaine Gabbert was starting. And that dude, I remember watching it. I was in LA, just would go with my buddies and watch it at bars or Buffalo Wild Wings or whatever the hell. And Blaine Gabbert was our quarterback. And that guy was so bad. And that team was so bad. We went 1-15, I think.
Oh, man.
I watched the 2-14 Ken Dorsey team live at Candlestick, and that was an embarrassing team.
Oh, boy. I mean, you had your drunken Millers and your Rattays. I mean, Rattay was okay.
When you have a great quarterback, even a very good quarterback, just enjoy it, because when you don't have a good quarterback, it's so obvious and so just terrible. And so when the Niners signed Brock Purdy, I was like, please, yes. Because with him, I at least know what I have, which is somebody I can count on who will perform for the most part and get to the playoffs more often than not.
Right. And would
maybe
not.
The sky's the limit. Maybe he's a lot more than that.
To Joe's point, we would not be here without Mac Jones, who has a cannon of an arm, a rifle, and he made some clutch-ass throws for a big, 6-week period there. So God bless that man. But yeah, I think we just need to bask in the Niners right now. Enjoy it.
Quick turnaround. I'll see you guys in 6 days, right?
My beautiful boy Podunski is behind you with the post game. They had a nice win tonight.
This is like a different format, huh? Or okay.
So the Dubs pick up another win, huh? Are we back at 500?
Game up?
Re-game up?
Or either 500 or one over, I think.
Okay.
So
yeah.
But it's funny. Last year, I remember at this time when we started our podcast, I was like, "Who cares about the Warriors right now? It's the Niners season. It's football." And the Warriors were very boring last year too, until they got Jimmy Butler.
Very, very boring. That Browns loss still hurts. When what was their old kicker's name? Oh my God, I blacked him out.
Moody?
Yeah, blacked him out.
Dude, he missed some big ones for the Commanders last week and the week before. So he's back to being in his head.
Poor bastard.
I mean, the guy's not going to change. He's not an NFL kicker.
But there was a 2-game stretch with the Commanders where he hit these like booming 50+ yarders, and
he did it for the Niners. There was lots of times.
Yeah, it's between the ears. It's not in the leg.
The statistics are there. He's a head case.
Okay, so I guess that's this is kind of a Niners post game. We've been going about an hour now. So anything else we want to get to, or are we gonna wrap it up?
I have a couple of things. Jake, can you tell us about what's going on with Thursday Night Live has come to a close this year because of Christmas around the corner.
Yeah.
And New Year's. What's happening next with people want to see this Artavan guy? I don't know. Zach's.
I know.
He's okay. People know him around in the Bay Area, but who's this Artavan guy?
I know some of my buddies who don't really, know our group of friends that we grew up with that are newer friends of mine. They're like, this Artie guy is really funny. This Artavan. Or no, they said, what's his name? Art? And I said, yeah, Artavan. But yeah, Artie, Zach, and I are going to renew the show with a different title. We're still, we'll announce it officially. Joe Starkey might want to work on it. But we'll see what it is.
It's the People's Podcast with Jake Lucas, Artavan, and Zachariah.
Fight the power. But no, we're going to debut in the first week of January. And we're going to come up with, we'll make an announcement with that as well. But it's the same crew. Me, Artie, Zach, and it'll be fun. We'll go live once a week. We're figuring out the date or the day of the week and the time. But we will let you know. We're going to keep on moving and grooving, and we're going to take a little hiatus and then start again in early January. So
I can't get enough of the Big Art Warriors takes. I mean, he knows the Warriors like nobody's business.
He does. He
really
does.
passionate fan.
Yeah, it's funny. Me and Art used to have Warriors roundtable calls as like 9-year-olds and just talk about bimbo Coles and shit for hours. So, and
I feel like we're sitting in on it every night when I watch you guys dial it up, and it is hilarious.
Yeah,
there is there's an uncanny like communication style that the three of you have, where it's just like it's debauchery, it's craziness, it's madness, but then it's also like this like very I don't know, cinematic almost by the way you guys just create humor together. So
well, it's rooted in years and years and years of doing that together. So it's
exactly, and
Art has never really tried his hand at being like a public person, but he's everyone who knows him, as you guys know, he's one of the funniest dudes you'll ever meet, and one of the most charismatic guys. So we're bringing that to light. And can't wait to show you more of Art, the new star of the Humm Daddies.
Yeah. Also, a shout out to Ashcon. I heard he has a show coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
26th at Little
Hill Lounge. And is that El Cerrito or Albany? El Cerrito.
It's El Cerrito, closer to Richmond, actually.
Right.
Down on San
Pablo.
Anyone?
I cannot go. I will be at my in-laws' house. I desperately wish I could be there. Let me tell you. I happened to have gone to the Little Hill Lounge about a month ago, and it's awesome. It's a little dive bar on San Pablo, like straight out of like kind of mid-century modern from like the 60s kind of vibe. Totally. And there's like a little area in the back.
Hotsy pipes.
Hotsy. Oh, you can go, go do a little mid-century modern bar crawl across El Cerrito. It's a good time.
Yeah. I think I've done that with Andrew Capistrano and Aki when I first moved back here from LA. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, and the Humm Daddies, we're gonna have our first year anniversary show. Again, Sunday, 4 p.m. Pond Farm. Look forward to seeing people out there. We will continue this show at the same time, same place. Sundays or Mondays, depending on when the Niners are playing through the playoffs, whether the Niners are there or not, all the way through football season. We'll see what happens around February when we get past football season. Obviously, this is primetime sports for everything, whether it be football, basketball, etc. And we'll, any other?
I think we can look forward to more collabs. We're gonna have more guests on and stuff.
Yeah, definitely more guests in 2026. I agree with that.
Sure. Definitely once football is over, we're gonna be, churning out guest spots for people. And like and subscribe. Smash that like button. Smash the subscribe button. And guess what, guys? We have subscribers, a lot of them. So join the army, the Humm Daddy Army.
And Jake, who's our sponsor still?
Simon Knight, man, for Edward Jones. And God, what a great El Cerrito A that guy was, and what a great financial advisor he is. If you have any doubts on what to do with your money, especially during these, the holidays you spend a lot during the holidays, presents, events, dinners, what have you. Simon Knight will advise you on all of that.
Maybe you want to give the gift of stocks, give the gift of crypto, give the gift of putting $50 on the Niners to win the Super Bowl and saying, "Here, Grandma, I put this bet slip right into that little, gift bet." Oh,
what?
Huh? Simon Knight, 510-365-2371.
What did you put into the slip? What?
Don't know.
Simon Knight, Edward Jones, 510-365-2371. Thank you, Simon Knight, for being a sponsor of the Humm Daddies.
Thank you, 49ers, for making this a great night on many fronts. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Joe. It's a season for thanking and giving and receiving. So
yeah, we'll see you on the other side of Christmas here, guys.
All right. Humm Daddy Doos.
Humm Daddies.